Welcome to Learn Law Better. Are you struggling to understand complex concepts in class? Do you need a method to help you move beyond memorization to comprehension? Stay to the end and learn how to use the elaborative interrogation method for deeper learning. Also, if you like what you hear, don't forget to hit the share button below. Hi, this is Bo Baez, and today I want to talk to you about the elaborative interrogation method, which is used when you need to understand as well as remember. For example, you may be able to recite the three elements for res ipsa loquitur, but do you really understand the concept? In a nutshell, this method helps you remember through interrogation, or, more simply, having you ask how and why questions, thereby allowing you to see the connections between the various concepts. As you use this technique, you will compare and contrast ideas by asking how two concepts are similar and how they are different. Let's go through a few examples. You are dealing with res ipsa loquitur in torts, and you've memorized the three-part test for using it. That is where most students stop, so when they get to the exam, they don't do well because they really don't understand how to use res ipsa loquitur to get the maximum number of points. In reality, these students learned how to recite a test that they truly did not understand. So step one, let's connect res ipsa loquitur to what we do know. You might ask yourself, how does it connect to negligence? You then answer, it is connected to breach of duty. Now let's go deeper. How does it connect with breach of duty? It helps us determine if somebody breached their duty of care. Next question. Why do we need res ipsa loquitur? When the evidence against the defendant is circumstantial and not direct. Don't stop there. Go deeper. What is circumstantial evidence? It is evidence that can be inferred from a fact that I know to be true. What is the effect of using res ipsa loquitur at trial? You keep interrogating yourself, establishing connections between interrelated concepts. Soon you will understand the concept better and expose gaps in your knowledge that will allow you to do more research. By the way, I strongly recommend that you do this in writing and not just thinking about it. It's just too easy to skip steps or not see the gaps without writing or typing it out in your computer. This technique will work very nicely with the Feynman technique, which I discussed in the episode Learn Law Faster, the Feynman Technique. Let's try another example, this time civil procedure. You just read International Shoe versus Washington, which I discuss in detail in my episode by that name. First question, what is the case about? How is it similar to Pennoyer versus Neff? How is it different from Pennoyer versus Neff? In real life, how does this case affect people? Do I still need personal jurisdiction after International Shoe? What is personal jurisdiction? How does this case change personal jurisdiction? See what I'm doing? I'm making multiple connections, which is helping me to understand all the various aspects of the case. You may be asking, why do I need this technique? The reason you need it is because you don't know what you don't know. You need a process to move beyond knowledge to comprehension. By creating those connections between different concepts, you won't be fooled by some strange fact pattern on exam day. Your professor sees the connections, and your professor will test you on your ability to see those connections, not on your ability to memorize a rule statement. Yes, you need to learn the rules, but law school exams require you to move beyond knowledge into analysis, the kind of analysis that is only possible if you truly understand the material. If you'd like to see more episodes that can help you succeed, hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out learnlawbetter.com, where you'll find more resources to help you get ahead, including my blog, newsletter, and exam bank. Thanks for watching.